one more time. Hey guys, I am coming at you with another AMA requested by my Patreons. I am going to be answering these questions for you on the spot. I didn't look at these questions beforehand, so I don't get to make up fake ones. Here we go. Do you have any badge of shame games that you regret buying? I would say that I don't normally have badge of shame games because I really put thought into the games I want to buy. I mean, you're spending money on something, and it's like if it's a huge waste of money. Usually games are like 40 to 60, sometimes over $100, and if you spend like a day or two playing it and you're like, oh, then you wasted a whole lot of money. So I think that one of the few games I really regret buying is Black Ops 3 because I think I spent like 2 days on it. It was a cool game, don't get me wrong. Like, it was definitely a really cool game, but I didn't clock enough hours in it, and there's just other games in the same kind of category that I would say that overshadow it. If you could design an R6 operator, what would their name and special be? This is a pretty easy one. I like things that include fire. So in TF2, I love the pyro, and you know, even though May is technically ice, the game mechanic is something that I really like. Flamethrowers. I mean, it'd be really cool to see flamethrowers in R6, but I think the game developers put a lot of thought into balancing the teams out, so it's not just a landslide for one side. Oh, this is a long question. Being a streamer isn't exactly a mainstream career choice. How have you dealt with the challenges that have come over your way? Oh, this is like a four-part question, so I'm going to answer this one at a time. Just like how I deal with everything in life, I take it one step at a time. I face one issue at a time, and that makes it much more manageable. I don't let my issues build up in this one giant ball of frustration that I can't pinpoint what's wrong. That's usually when it gets a little overbearing. How do you how do people react when you tell them? It's still kind of awkward. I mean, streaming is still such a new, it's still so new, and it's still such a new, let me say that again. Streaming is still such a new industry. It's kind of unheard of for most people. So when you're trying to explain what you do, it's still really difficult for me to explain what I do without making myself sound like I'm in shady business. Like, it's really, really difficult. I'm still working on that one. Do your family and friends treat you differently? I don't think my friends treat me differently, though you know, my friends did tease me a little bit for choosing to be a streamer, because I don't think many of them understand, again, what streamers do and how it has become a career. My family still doesn't know, although my dad knows, kind of. I mean, I tried explaining to him, but it's really difficult with the language barrier, but my mom doesn't know because I don't think she quite understands, and I don't think I am ready to tell her until I'm more settled into this industry. Have you gained a newfound appreciation for other people who are trying to break into similar careers in entertainment and art? Yes, wholeheartedly, yes. Although, even prior to streaming, I just think that being your own boss is kind of a really good and also a really difficult thing, because you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you're the one who allots how much work you put into it. And if it's something that you want to do in general, it's kind of hard to put stop to work because you love it so much, so you constantly want to be working. But yeah, after I started streaming, I just saw how much work goes into it. Like how much work goes on stream, how much work goes off stream, and it's pretty crazy. How do you stay fresh and entertaining? This was a huge insecurity of mine. I never thought I was particularly entertaining. I was never thought I was particularly funny. So when I started streaming, I was really shy. I mean, I couldn't really talk back to people. I didn't know why people were there and talking to me, a stranger, and I felt like I had nothing to offer. Um, but over the course of the 2 years I've been streaming, I put a lot of content out for entertainment purposes, and I've just really grown into being funny because the people I work with, the people who I co-stream with, are really, really funny and entertaining, and just being part of the shenanigans, I think it gives me a better understanding of how to be the creator of a really fun environment. And I think that's been my goal ever since. Who and or what are your sources of inspiration? Okay, not gonna lie. When I first started stream, um, I wouldn't say they're like largely inspirations, but I'm assuming this question is sort of directed towards like who are my stream inspirations, like what kind of people or characters that I aspire to be for stream specifically, not as like a person. For stream wise, I actually looked to League Girls for inspiration when I first started streaming because I was very, very much deep in the League community and I wanted to stream League. So, I made sense. I mean, I did a lot of research onto, excuse me, I did a lot of research into like, female League streamers, and I found a bunch of them, and I looked to them to see what was acceptable, what was supposed to be done, all that stuff. And, I still don't regret it because even though I don't agree with that kind of entertainment and it doesn't make me happy, I just feel like it was a direction to start from. Because without that, I would just feel very, very directionless. I wouldn't know where to start. But now I look to people around my peers. I don't really look at someone who is very, very successful because their interaction with their stream would be much more different than how I would interact with my stream. And I look to my peers who have a very, very positive vibe, and they have a very loving community, and I look to them for inspirations because just having that little pep to look up to just gives me that extra boost that I can do it. What do you do if you don't work? Games, streams, Twitter, etc. Oh, okay. So what do I do on my off time? I all right, this is gonna sound really lame. Okay, so on my off time, as of now, if I'm not gaming or if I'm not streaming slash social mediaing, I'm pretty much either shopping for food, eating the food, or I'm watching a movie. I'm pretty lame. Pretty lame. Although I can see that when I move out of this location and I have the space and I have the equipment, I think a hobby of mine in the near future is going to be making cosplays. That's the dream. What's really annoying about being a streamer? Oh man, this is a loaded question. Oh my god. Okay, so um this one's really hard to answer because I mean, I'm glad it's the last one because it's gonna be a long one. I would say sometimes it's really difficult to get along with people, and it's difficult being a female streamer, but you don't want to be boxed into the girl gamer female streamers that have a very bad reputation out there. At the same time, I don't want to be a a PG stream where I have to censor a lot of things I say because I am an adult and I feel like I don't want to limit the humor that I can express. And I don't want to worry about the clothes I wear. Mind you, I follow Twitch terms and services very closely, and I respect the rules because, you know, I really like this community and I want it to go in a positive direction. But at the same time, when I express myself as an adult, I get a lot of people, and it really depends on the games. Certain games, there's going to be way more people who are very, very close-minded, and they're out there to specifically hurt you. And it's not because I'm some sort of, you know, special target that they want to hurt me. It's just because I have my big old face on camera. I mean, these are the type of people who will just make fun and hurt everybody that they see. And it really gets to me being a female streamer sometimes because for those of you who are really part of this community, who really just like this casual, fun, and positive environment, know that I am not one of those people that use my sexuality to sell anything. I don't sell anything but my ass hattery on stream, honestly. And that's what I love about my stream is I get to be an ass hat with my friends, my co-host, and my subs and everybody. And, you know, we don't get looked down on. We actually have a lot of fun. The things that happen because we're ass hats are really funny and everyone has a good time. But because I have been a league streamer, and you know, I dressed a certain way because I was like, oh, this is what's normal here. I got these type of harassment, and it really gave a negative impression on me. And I'm like, oh no, I have to, you know, cover everything up. I have to, you know, not swear. I have to do this and that. And nothing changed. The people said the same thing, like, you know, the same sexist comments, the same rude comments. Like, it didn't matter what I wore, how I acted, what I said, it was the same. So, you know, I've found a happy medium where, you know, I'm not like super PG, but at the same time, I'm not this like this image of a fake bimbo. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully it wasn't a fake bimbo when I was streaming League, but I definitely was a little bit extra peppy. Yeah, just being judged as a female streamer it kind of gets to me sometimes, and it's it's definitely nothing that is going to deter me from streaming, and it definitely doesn't like eat away at me at the end of the day, but it's something I do think about every now and then, especially since, I stream on a day-to-day basis, and I do end up seeing these people every now and then. Well, I'm sorry I ended on kind of a negative note, but that was a little bit of a rant there, and actually, it's kind of a hot topic between my friends and I, and my colleagues and I. Doesn't matter, like female, male colleagues, we all have this opinion, and we all sort of see this happen in our gaming community. So hopefully, with a positive mind and an outreaching hand, we'll be able to slowly change this gaming community so that we're all accepting of each other and we can all just relax and have a good time. So thank you so much for another month of wonderful questions. You guys are getting way more creative with the questions, and hopefully we'll get to do another one next month, and I'll stop being such a potato and being sick all the time, and I'll get them out way sooner. So thanks so much for watching. Oh yeah, I got to do the don't forget to rate and subscribe. Yay! Am I a YouTuber yet? Woo!